right, I am happy to be joined with the CEO of Pharmather, Fabio Chianelli. How are you, sir?
Thanks, Shad. Very good. Happy to be here, and look forward to talking about the company Pharmather and our initiatives.
Yeah, you guys went public about, what has it been, 2 weeks now. How's it been since it's went all listed? And it's been some excitement and some, obviously, some attention around the company in the first couple of weeks. So how do you measure, I guess, the success with how this has taken off so far?
You know, as an executive or founder of the company, I measure success on executing on milestones, right?
Yeah.
Gathering assets, advancing these assets, and increasing shareholder value. From a listing point of view, it was a very successful listing. We have fantastic shareholders who are supportive of Pharmather, and so I feel from a stock listing, very successful. But you know, there's more to come with what we have in our pipeline and our key assets that we have, as well as our valuation of the company amongst our peers. I mean, there's tremendous upside and milestones to achieve in the near future.
So Fabio, let's talk. This industry has really taken off. You know, I've talked to previous companies. Compass Pathways clearly has propelled this entire industry. Mm-hmm. But tell me about the company specifically, how it got together. Tell me a little bit of the story and what you guys are mainly focusing on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, just a quick little snapshot about myself. I mean, I've been in the biotech sector for nearly 20 years, predominantly in the new drug development, drug delivery, and drug repurposing industry. And I founded several biotech companies. With my previous venture was Revive Therapeutics, which I founded in 2012, yep. And I stepped down in 2019, which then led me to found Pharmather earlier this year. And we had with Pharmather, I specifically put a focus on psychedelic pharmaceuticals for the treatment or disorders of the brain and nervous system, directly for FDA approvals. With that, you know, our drug development strategy is very, I guess you could say, aggressive, where we repurpose these psychedelics such as ketamine, which is an FDA-approved drug, or psilocybin, and we look to reduce the cost, the development cost, time, and the risk, while leveraging the FDA incentives that they offer, such as a 505(b)(2) regulatory pathway, as well as orphan and fast-track designations. Now, I can go deep a little further on the company if you want to just give us a quick snapshot. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, Pharmather itself, we have 3 novel platforms which drive our psychedelic pharmaceutical product pipeline.
Yep.
We operate a drug repurposing platform, which is Panacea, and that uses AI to find new uses for drug combinations, as well as with not only with psychedelics, but other compounds, but for novel treatment paradigms, which won't allow the current psychedelics to be used, for instance, in an outpatient basis. Then our drug development platform really is to advance our psychedelic clinical product pipeline through the FDA regulatory pathway. Yep. And one of our lead program is ketamine, which I consider, a little internal joke, the OG of psychedelic prescription treatment. Yeah. It was approved since the 1970s, and as well as with psilocybin. So we're looking at indications in motor or movement disorders in Parkinson's disease, as well as in depression and rare disorders and pain, with our psilocybin and stroke and TBI. But lastly, what also kind of complements our pipeline as we continue to extend our clinical product pipeline is our microneedle delivery technology, which is literally a transdermal patch with a biodegradable microneedles that non-invasively delivers these drugs through the top layer of the skin, so it gets efficiently delivered into the body quickly. And it also can go in the mouth as well. So it's a really new paradigm in drug delivery. So
do you see that enhancing within the actual industry, that type of technology?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what you see is, especially in pain, a lot of the outpatient pain medications are in a transdermal patch, whether you put in later on, let's say your upper arm or whatnot, or the thin film or whatnot, or you can also attach to the buccal mucosa. But the problem is it kind of layers on the top, and it slowly penetrates the skin, and then you lose out because it's called the stratum corneum on the outer layer of the skin. It's a barrier. With the microneedle delivery technology we have, it is far along in terms of an improvement for all delivery systems that's looking for a non-invasive way delivering these certain compounds. So what happens is you can create these unique products with these psychedelics for specific indications, as opposed to taking a pill where your bioavailability is very low, and also you're seeking for more of a compliance or for the patient to use. So the patch itself is nothing new in terms of the usage, but the delivery system, the microneedle, it's a new paradigm in this delivery of these any type of drugs. But with specifically psychedelics, it means it can really be transformational in certain areas in the brain and nervous disorders, and also in pain.
So the microneedle technology, that's similar to what MindMed and Compass Pathways is doing. So does this put you, I don't want to try and compare and put people in the same conversations, but what makes you different with companies of that size? And I guess as far as an investment perspective, what should people get excited about when it comes to some of the stuff that you're implementing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at, I consider, Compass and MindMed are leading the field in psychedelic. I would say the biotech psychedelic sector, if you will, right? That's where they're more targeted towards FDA approval, and that's what Pharmather does, right? So, what differentiates ourselves is that we have a platform or a pipeline that allows us to bring these psychedelic drugs quickly to clinic, as well as to eventually to market, as opposed to your new chemical entity traditional drug development. So, you look at Compass, they have their own psilocybin. They're looking for treatment-resistant depression. I believe it's a fantastic product. I mean, we'll see how their phase 2b results come in, but I think it's, they carved themselves niche, and they'll expand on the psilocybin platform. When you look at Mind Medicine, they're focused with LSD, and as well as a non-psychedelic for the ibogaine. They're doing some clinical work out in Europe. They're seeking to now start to do FDA clinical research. I would assume by the end of the year or early next year, similar to us. With our focus, we're just repurposing ketamine for new uses, and that's based on our even IP. We exclusively licensed our an IP, the patent from the University of Arizona for ketamine in the treatment of Parkinson's disease. I should say movement disorders, but the first indication would be for Parkinson's disease, which in the real indication, which we applied for an FDA orphan designation, is levodopa-induced dyskinesia. So with that, we're going to lead to a phase 2 clinical study next year. With that, we're going to drive that value in the clinical program. Once we complete that phase 2, we'll look to the FDA to do a end of phase 2 meeting to go into a phase 3. I would think probably in a year later than that. So I think the opportunity where we're coming from, we have these later stage I would say comparable stage assets to say Compass and MindMed. But you look at us as a company, we're fairly new out of the gate, unreally known, just went listed. You look at our market cap, I believe is somewhere around 12, 13 million market cap, where you have Compass at 1.2 billion, which I don't say we should be at those values, please. I'm just saying that, also with MindMed at 400 million, basically at 3% of the value of even MindMed. I mean, we're just, my opinion, right? We're grossly undervalued for what our clinical pipeline has.
Another important question, obviously, in investors, this is going to garner their interest, is what can we expect from Pharmather as far as milestones that you want to achieve in the near term?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's, with these catalysts that we have upcoming over the next 12 months, a lot of the shorter terms within the next 6 months, we'll have FDA orphan designations for our for ketamine for Parkinson's, as even as within pain. We're also going to expand our psilocybin program for orphan designations for traumatic brain injury as well as in stroke. So we'll have these results that we'll be announcing, as well as entering into a phase 2 clinical study with ketamine in Parkinson's disease. And then from there, we're also in a rare pain disorders, as well as I think in the second half of next year, we'll also get involved with the psilocybin in the clinical stage and for traumatic brain injury and stroke. And with that, we're also looking to broaden our product pipeline with drug combinations with these novel psychedelic compounds with FDA-approved drugs. So these are the expansion of our pipeline, in addition with partnerships for both with our Panacea repurposing technology, and as well as our microneedle drug delivery technology. I can see our company partnering with others that are looking to deliver their compounds in a different way.
Great goals to have. We'll watch this closely. Again, Fabio, appreciate your time. Let's keep in touch.
Awesome. Thank you, Shad. Take care.
Thanks, Fabio.